Welcome back to another lesson, guys. In this lesson, we're going to look at expanding brackets, so removing brackets through using our distributive law. Let's jump straight in. So let's begin by looking at what the distributive law is. So the distributive law is when we have brackets involved and we need to expand those brackets or essentially remove the brackets. So in this case, what we would do is we'd go A times B plus A times C. So in total that equals A times B, so that times the first value plus that times the second value, and then you would simplify that down. So let's do some examples. So 6k plus 4. So we'd go 6 times k plus 6 times 4, and then we'd simplify that down. So 6 times k can be simplified to 6k, and 6 times 4 is 24, so we end up with 6k plus 24. 2 brackets 3a plus b close brackets ends up as 2 times 3a plus 2 times b, which simplifies down to 6a plus 2b. Now this last one is a little bit different because of that negative sign, so we get 4 times a plus 4 times negative 5, which works out to be, well, 4 times a is 4a, and then 4 times negative 5 is negative 20, so it would be 4a take away 20. So we'd make sure that negative is there. Now we can also have some extra pronumerals outside the brackets as well as in the brackets. So 2p brackets 3q plus 4e close brackets, well, 2p times 3q plus 2p times 4e. So 2p times 3q, we'll start with that. We start with our coefficients, 2 times 3, and then we have our pq, so we'd have 6pq plus 2 times 4 is 8, 8ep. The next one, 2m brackets 5m minus 4, so we'd go 7m times 5m plus 7m times negative 4. 7 times 5 is 35, so we'd have 35m. And 7 times negative 4 is negative 28, so we'd have 35m squared, because there's the two m's, minus 28m. And we can't simplify this further because these aren't like terms. Remember that if it's squared, this would have to be squared as well. Okay, so what if we have 3 terms? Well, if we have 3 terms, we do exactly the same thing. We multiply by each term. So 4 times 2p plus 4 times k plus 4 times negative 3m. And then we simplify it. So 4 times 2 is 8. So we end up with 8p plus 4 times k, which is 4k. And 4 times negative 3m equals negative 12m, so we subtract our 12m. Negative 3 brackets 4ab plus 7y minus 1. So we go negative 3 times 4ab plus negative 3 times 7y plus negative 3 times negative 1. So negative 3 times 4 is negative 12. So we end up with negative 12ab minus 21, because negative 3 plus 7 times 7 is negative 21. And negative 3 times negative 1 equals positive 3, so we end up with negative 12ab, let's start that again. Negative 12ab, take away 21, plus 3. Now, one last lot of examples. When we have 2 brackets, now the important thing to realise when we have brackets like this is essentially negative 1 at the front. So we'd go 4 times 2p plus 4 times 6 plus negative 1 times 3p, plus negative 1 times 4. And then we simplify that down, we get 8p plus 4 times 6 is 24, plus negative 1 times 3p, which gives us negative 3p, plus negative 1 times 4 gives us negative 4. So we end up with 8p plus 24 minus 3p minus 4, and then we simplify by collecting like terms, and what we end up with is 5p plus 20. And one last one, again expanding those brackets, so we end up with 3k times 4k plus 3k times 8 minus, remember this is a 1, so plus negative 1 times 2m plus negative 1 times k. And simplifying it down, so 12, so 3 times 4 is 12, k times k is squared, so we end up with, that should be a 12, we've made a mistake there, so that should be a 2, so 12k squared, take away, because 3 times negative 8 is negative 24, so take away 24k, minus 2m minus k, and then simplifying it down, and we can collect our like terms of negative 24k minus k, gives us a value of negative 25k, so 14k squared, which should be 12k squared, minus 25k plus 2m. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, if you have any questions, please make sure you ask. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next lesson. Thanks, guys.